Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Today on The Young and the Restless, Chance consoles Summer after a spat with Daniel, Nick, Faith, and Mariah try to help Sharon, and Lily tells Billy that Victor is coming for Chancellor. Credit: Howard Wise /chbastudios.com. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Abbott Chancellor, Billy shows Chance the new logo. He says it's fine. Billy says Lily loves it, or at least signed off on it, so that's a win. Chance asks, a win for who exactly? Billy says it's a win for the company and assures Chance that he and Lily are solid. Chance admits he's surprised she stuck around. Billy says she's 100% on board. The question is, are you? At Crimson Lights, Devin tells Lily that Billy is a loser who blows up everything he touches. Lily reminds him that she also works at Chancellor, and she won't let that happen. Devin says this is not about this. It's about Billy being uncontrollable. When the company becomes vulnerable, there may not be enough time for her to fix things. Lily feels like Devin knows something. Devin says if Billy screws up, it leaves them open to someone swooping in and picking up the pieces. Lily asks if this is hypothetical or if someone is coming after them. Devin confirms someone is coming after them. She asks if it's Tucker. Is he coming after them because he's lost everything else? Devin says as far as he knows Tucker has gone underground. The threat he's talking about is Victor. He updates her on the meeting with him earlier. He got the sense they were feeling him out about how angry he is about Billy. Victor warned him to advise her to get out of Chancellor while there was still a chance. Lily tells Devin that she'll be honest with him. I've been playing Billy. She's been pretending to go along with his plans. It was the only way she could think of to protect the company. He was right about Billy. He has all of these grand ideas that won't work. But he has Jill's power, so she had to go along with this and be his equal partner to protect Chancellor. Lily asks if Devin approves. He's still not thrilled that she's not coming to Winters, but he's relieved that she has a plan and doesn't think Billy's some kind of business genius. Lily thinks something is off with Victor's warning. Devin says he specifically asked him to talk her out of staying at Chancellor's, like he was warning Meal's kids out of loyalty. Lily says something would really have to go wrong for Chancellor to become that vulnerable. Devin wonders if this conversation they're having is part of Victor's plan. Perhaps he's expecting her to go and warn Billy, and Billy to make some kind of impulsive move because of the threat. He's putting pressure on him to force the inevitable screw-up. Lily thanks Devin for sharing this with her. She's going to stick to her plan. It's the best way to protect the company. Devin muses, because Victor doesn't know you're playing Billy. Lily nods. Victor thinks he's 5 steps ahead of her, but she's 1 step ahead of him. Daniel meets up with Summer at Society. She's glad he reached out and says she accepts his apology for taking Kyle's side over his own sister in the custody battle. Daniel denies he was on Kyle's side and just wanted to make sure she was thinking things through. Summer finds this patronizing and threatens to leave. Daniel urges her to stay. He wants to help and asks, "What can I do?" Summer tells her brother she needs a house as soon as possible. She knows he's the perfect person to help her find one that will look good to a judge. Daniel asks, "And Harrison too, right?" Summer says of course. Daniel says he'll help her find the perfect home. He asks how the whole custody thing is going. Summer says it's going good. Actually, I really think we can win this. Daniel learns about the judge blocking Kyle from taking Harrison to Paris, and is surprised to hear that Summer is going for full custody now. She asks why she shouldn't have to make an appointment to see her son. Daniel asks, "Isn't that what you agreed upon with Kyle when you guys split?" Summer says the only reason she didn't fight for custody then was Harrison's stability with the Abbott family. Kyle doesn't give a damn about that now. He's moving out, and Harrison will be spending all of his time with Claire, the magic nanny. Daniel thinks she should lower her expectations. Summer is irked. Why will he let her have hope? Daniel is just being realistic. Kyle may be a jerk, but he's a good father. Daniel tells Summer she has his support, but she's wearing blinder as she's going up against the Abbotts. Summer reminds him that Victor is part of her family. She'll enlist his help if she has to. "At least I know my grandpa will have my back, unlike some people." Daniel asks if her plan is to reignite a full-scale Abbott-Newman war again. At Sharon's place, she's surprised to see Nick at the door. Faith reminds her that they told her he was coming over. Nick says Maria and Faith couldn't find her and were worried. Where were you? Sharon says she went out for fresh air and must have lost track of the time. He asks, were you alone? She flashes to hallucinating a kiss with him in the park. Sharon says no one was with her, at least not in person. She's found herself reminiscing a lot lately. Nick's glad she made it home safe. She purrs. Thank you for caring about me, Nick. He says they'd all been concerned about her. Sharon muses that she's been distracted. Maria says it's more than that. Faith comments on the state of the house. Sharon thinks they're all making far too much of. She forgets what she was saying. Faith urges her to open up to them. Nick says this is a safe space. Tell us what's going on with you. Sharon snaps, I don't know. Nick suggests they all sit down. He asks if she's taking her meds. Sharon shakes her head and rolls her eyes. She didn't like how they were making her feel. At first, it was great, but then she got confused. She didn't know what to do or how to behave, so she just did nothing. She may have brought this on herself, and now she's scared all of them. Nick tells Sharon that she shouldn't have gone off her meds without running it by her doctor. They have to get her back on track. Sharon doesn't know how to do that. Nick asks her to tell them how she's been feeling. Sharon says she's been seeing Cassie. It's like a dream that comes to life. I can see her, talk to her, and she can talk to me too. It's like she's really there, and then she's gone. Faith blurts, this is all my fault. If she hadn't asked them to tell her their story, this wouldn't have happened. Sharon tries to reassure her. Mariah asks, and me? How could you not think of Cassie when you look at me? She's felt her pull away recently. That's got to be a part of it. Sharon doesn't want her to feel that way. She loves Mariah for who she is. Mariah asks, then what is it? Sharon says it's all of these emotions. She thought that she had dealt with her passing. She even trained as a therapist, so she would know what questions to ask. Nick prompts her to ask them. Sharon wonders if going off her meds started her to start obsessing about Cassie, or did she go off the meds to feel closer to her? She doesn't have the answer. I have nothing. Nick wants Sharon to go see her doctor this afternoon to get her meds straightened out. Sharon says whatever is going on with her is bigger than that. She needs to get away for a while. If she stays, she may never get to heal. Nick asks if she's talking about a hospital. Sharon just needs to find a peaceful place, but not a hospital. Faith asks, where then? Sharon doesn't know, but wherever it is, she'll have to do some work and deal with some things she's been avoiding. Like Ray, I miss him so much. She didn't grieve him properly and just moved on without giving herself time to be sad. It was the same with the Cameron ordeal. She tried to shove it aside, but the nightmares told her it wasn't. These are not the kinds of things that you can just muscle through with work or other distractions. She needs to live with these things for a while, so she can make peace with them. Does that sound too out there? Nick thinks it's a plan to get her life back. Maria and Faith pledge their support. Maria will fill in for her at Cassidy first, and Faith has already postponed her trip to Europe. Sharon sometimes forgets how lucky she is to have people in her life who care about her so much. She hugs her daughters. I'm going to come back from this better and stronger. That's a promise. At Chancellor, Chance assures Billy that he's not unhappy or looking to exit. He'd like to be a bigger part of things and doesn't plan on going anywhere. Lily walks in and informs Billy and Chance that Victor Newman may be coming after them. Billy thinks this is Devin trying to turn Lily against him. Lily asks why Victor would warn her to get out then. Billy says he knows she and Devin are at odds and is throwing her a lifeline. Lily points out he invested in Chancellor previously. Billy says that was before he was in the picture. Lily quips, "Oh, I forgot, it's all about you." Chance looks at his phone and leaves. Billy says Victor's not going to get an opening because he won't give him one. I'm not afraid of Victor Newman. Lily replies, "Well, maybe you should be." At Society, Summer tells Daniel she's not trying to start a war, she's just trying to protect Harrison. He asks, "From what?" "A trip to Paris." Summer fumes. She always supported him. He can keep his opinions and his so-called support to himself from now on. She storms out. Chance meets Summer in the park, and she apologizes for taking him away from work. Summer tells him she had another argument with Daniel, who wasn't encouraging. She's starting to feel like she's doing all of this for nothing. Chance reassures her and gives her a hug. She asks, "What do I do now?" Chance is taking her on an escape for two. At Chancellor, Billy tells Lily that this is a quintessential Victor move, divide and conquer. For whatever reason, Devin is buying into it. Lily doesn't want to argue about her brother anymore. She reminds him he's marrying her niece, and they should figure out how to get along. Billy says, understood. He just doesn't want her to worry about Victor Newman. They can't turn the company into a powerhouse if they're constantly looking over their shoulder. Lily points out they also can't do it if he's continually looking at his phone while they're talking. I'm assuming you're waiting to hear from Chelsea. Is that where you want to be right now? With her? Lily asks Billy if it's easier for him to focus on plots and agendas here because he can't fix things with Chelsea right now. Billy teases her for acting like a shrink and tells her he'll do whatever it takes to help Chelsea get through this. Just like he'll make sure Devin or Victor, or whoever else, doesn't doubt the future of Abbott Chancellor. He steps out to take a call and Lily looks irked. At Sharon's place, she announces she's going to call her doctor, but she wants some privacy. Nick, Maria, and Faith decide to go get lunch. Sharon tells them as soon as she checks in with the doctor, she'll start looking for a place to go on her retreat. Faith offers to come with her. Sharon needs to do this on her own. In a suite at the athletic club, Chance gives Summer a massage on the bed. She admits it's hard to turn off your thoughts when you feel the world is against her. She asks about his bad day. Chance fobbed her off. This is an escape. They kiss and lie back on the bed to make love. After sex, Summer tells Chance that was nice. He gives the escape an A+. Sensing she's off, he asks, "What's up?" She groans. Chance warns she can't let this consume her. Summer says it's just so important to her. Chance gets that, but this is tying her in knots. He's starting to really worry about her. At Crimson Lights, Daniel walks in as Nick talks to Faith and Maria about how deep Sharon's pain goes over losing Cassie. It's a night she'll never forget. Neither will I. Daniel walks back to the patio. In Sharon's house, she's on her laptop when she hears Cameron Kirsten's voice saying, "You can try and run from what's happening, Sharon, but you can't hide." She turns, and he's standing in the living room in a bloody shirt. Next on The Young and the Restless, Victor and Nikki conspire against Billy, and Sharon has a rude awakening.